Dusty May, this has been one of those years where the program has been revitalized with May in his first season. Bruce Pearl, there's a standard now at Auburn, and they keep meeting that standard. A chance to move on to the Elite Eight. Cardwell and Golden to jump it up. Michigan controls the tip. Or do they? It's a rejump.
A redo.
Mulligan. Patrick Adams, Tommy Morrissey, Randy Richardson, our officiating crew. And this time, Auburn has got the basketball.
High Eagle Grant Hill right now. Michigan goes a little. Minute.
Rav, Auburn, a great half-court team.
There you go, almost a backdoor.
Almost.
Troy Donaldson transferred from Auburn, 2 years with the program, and now the starting point guard at Michigan. As he goes, this Wolverine team often goes as well.
Other than the centers, somebody has to step up for Michigan on the perimeter. Would it be Burnett, Donaldson?
Swing it. Burnett gives it up.
Nice catch.
Burnett. Tough angle. Golden couldn't catch it. Shot clock down to 1. Jones to Burnett. It does hit the rim, and Broom is there for the board. One of the elite rebounders in the country at 10.7 per game.
Talk about consistency.
Baker Mazzara trying to fake out Wolf. He was looking for a call, didn't get one as Wolf stayed at home.
Baker Mazzara trying to get a foul there on Wolf. Not a great shot attempt that possession.
Donaldson misses on the teardrop. Wolf couldn't grab it, and he touched it last, out of bounds.
And one of the keys to this game, Auburn, a good rebounding team, not a great defensive rebounding team. So keeping the 7-footers off the offensive glass, a must for the Tigers.
And Michigan knows the flex offense is going to come. Cross screens.
Is the SEC Coach of the Year. His 6th NCAA tournament appearance with Auburn, 14th overall. The jump shot doesn't go for Kelly. Offensive rebound. Jones lets it fly. Book it. A 3.
Well, these two on the perimeter can knock some shots down. Kelly at 39%, Jones at 47%.
Denver Jones transfer from Florida International. And he gives Auburn a 3-0 lead. There is contact out front with Kelly.
And right here on the offensive rebound, Cardwell, big body experience, but the relocation, finding the shooter there. Denver Jones, efficient from downtown. Smart, heady play by Dylan Cardwell.
Jones has become one of the best defensive guards in the nation. He is an X-factor offensively.
Great on-ball defender, that Denver Jones.
Golden one-on-one with Cardwell. Wolf now using the Golden screen. They'll switch.
They're dangerous.
Wolf off.
Nice hustle, Burnett.
Burnett got a hand on it, but it's scooped up by Kelly. Jones matched up with Jones on the perimeter. That's Reuben Jones defensively for Michigan.
And Cardwell so impressive, knows every play from watching practices. Great screener.
Spin by Broom. Missed it short. Rebound leaks out to Burnett. The transfer from Alabama. Before that, Texas Tech. Diagonal. Donaldson. Bottom.
Nice flare. Yeah, great flare screen right there by Golden. Great patience by Burnett. And you know right now, Donaldson feeling good, knocking out a shot against his former team.
Michigan making its 19th Sweet 16 appearance. They made 5 in a row from 2017 to 2022. Jones, short. Golden's there.
Nice screen by Bruno. Tough to get around the big guy. Empty side.
Burnett turns to the corner, and he sneaks inside against Baker Mazzara for the deuce.
And that's what makes Michigan tough. The two bigs can play on the perimeter, screen, roll, opportunities off the drive.
First Sweet 16 appearance for Auburn since 2019. They went to the Final Four that year. Back in Broom. They pulled the chair out from under him, a Rick Mahorn move.
Rick appears in more buildings.
Janai Broom, silky smooth with a corner tray.
He can make threes, no question about it. 23rd of the year.
And a 6-5 advantage for Auburn. Pull up pump. Donaldson, no. Long rebound. Kelly ahead. Jones. Oh! The razzle dazzle for Denver Jones.
How about that? With impact, too.
He went around the world and in. 8-5, Auburn. Wolf puts his head down. Flips it up, short.
Good defense there by Cardwell, sliding his feet, not fouling Wolf on that drive.
Kelly clears. Jones looking to set up Broom one-on-one with Golden. Broom lines it up.
Short.
Rebound. Burnett got his hand on it. Broom is there.
Nice
Hooks it
pass.
inside, and Cardwell is fouled.
Maybe Jones, they got him. He is so unselfish, isn't he? Whew. A little magic in the open floor.
A little curly kneel.
Now you see it, now you don't. Magic in Atlanta. Big time.
Auburn's got the lead and playing with a load of confidence right now.
And confidence to do that in the open court.
Would you have done that at Duke?
No. In the early 90s, no. Even if I made the shot, coach might have brought me on the bench.
Let's talk it over here.
Oh, but
So Denver Jones goes to the bench, and they bring in a fantastic freshman in Tahad Pettiford, who is capable of taking over games. He scored 23 points in the second-round win over number 9 seed Creighton, 82-70 in Lexington.
Bird and Jersey kid Nick Marinello is the coach of Hudson Catholic, our own Jim Spinarco. His uniform is retired there. I'm sure he made a lot of donations over the years.
Duke legend.
That's true. Pettiford had 1,135 career points at Hudson Catholic. And 1 out of 2 for Augusta, Georgia native Dylan Cardwell. Got another change here as Chaney Johnson, important piece off the bench, checks in. Played 3 seasons at Division II Alabama Huntsville.
Good low post player, tough on the glass.
And there's that full court pressure.
Roddy Gale is in. Gale's game has come alive.
They speed you up.
Jones, wild attempt. It doesn't go, but a foul.
Now, if they got the rebound, that's the impact that press does. There's Tom Davis, the illustrious coach at BC when Bruce was there. A lot of full court pressure, big on the ball occasionally, although not that time.
And smart by Dusty May's team. You attack the press, looking for layup opportunities there. Reuben Jones getting to the free throw line.
Houston, Texas native, transferred from North Texas, and Will Cheddar will check in, replacing Vlad Golden.
Cheddar brings a lot of juice to the game. We've talked about him. Dusty talking about practices when he is there, lights it up.
Michigan had a tough win in the first round over number 12 seed UC San Diego, 68-65. Golden led the way with 14 points, 7 rebounds. They played a lot of close games this season. 17 games decided by 4 points or fewer. 13-4 in those games.
Nice give.
Wolf goes right down the middle for the lay-in.
And Cheddar acknowledged, giving it right back to him.
Well, what kind of luxury to have a 7-footer leading the break. Wolf showing his skill level in transition.
And we are tied at 9. Baker Mazzara moves the ball to Broom.
A little stunt would help.
Good pass
Nice
out of the
drop
post.
step.
Spin on Cheddar. Baker goes.
It's not his elevation, it's his savvy.
Yeah, he feels you.
We can shoot
Burnett,
it.
ready position. That one is off. Cheddar's got the offensive rebound. Make it Wolf who comes away with it.
Good things happen when Danny Wolf has the ball. You got to stay at home because he'll find somebody.
Wolf last year with Yale beat Auburn in the first round of the tournament, and he gets it to go off the window.
And that's what he's got to do. He cannot settle for 3-pointers. Attack, make Broom guard you on the defensive end.
Bird, I think he had 13 points in that game, right?
5 rebounds as well on that upset win. That jumper is in and out for Baker Mazzara. Out of bounds, Auburn will retain it.
And Wolf getting involved here in transition. Find your 7-footer. A load in transition. Couldn't stop him. And then taking his time. No double team come. Great footwork high off the glass. Wolf is at his best. Downhill in the paint. Making the defense pay.
There's that flex they run out on the out of bounds.
Denver Jones is back in the game. A foul is called on Michigan as they triggered in.
They try to fight over the top.
It's going to be Reuben Jones picking up the personal. Donaldson comes in. Jones is going to sit, and L.J. Kaysen is going to see his first action. He has been a revelation late in the season. The freshman from Lakeland, Florida.
There's the flex once more.
Pettiford, swing. Jones stumbles. Somehow saves it for Baker Mazzara. Gets up his dribble. Pettiford, shot clock winding down, lines it up. Off the heel, long rebound, tracked down by Baker Mazzara. He's not shy.
Not at all.
Broom leans in, no, follows it Moses Malone style.
He can clean the room. Goodness, that big chest and wide body.
6'10", 240 pounds from Plant City, Florida. 2 years at Morehead State.
And Gale on the floor off a good performance.
Cheddar thought about it. Fake the handoff. Now give it up for Wolf.
Loves the step back.
Wolf works his way in. Reverse, no. And off of Pettiford, out of bounds.
Nice play by Johnson. Cheney Johnson with impact on D.
Watch live men's games on your computer, phone, tablet, or streaming device with NCAA March Madness Live. Download it now.
And Ralph, that is Golden checks back into the game from Michigan. Had 0 touches there in that short stint early on. I think you got to establish him. He's got to get involved. Too valuable on the interior for Michigan.
There's 4.2 on the shot clock. Auburn makes a change with Chris Moore.
Really works and plays hard. Good D. Started against Ole Miss earlier.
Gale. He throws it. Donaldson is there, but he doesn't get the roll.
How about that?
It was almost a turnover.
Yeah. Nice hands by Donaldson. Pettiford, great. Look at the hustle by Donaldson.
Turnover. Gale.
This is his
to the
game.
rim. And it's off the mark. He was fouled there by Pettiford.
That's his game. I don't think it's going to be a continuity, Bird. On the floor. Yeah.
Correct. It'll be Michigan ball to toss it. First personal on the freshman.
Well, right now, Donaldson, just a beautiful hustle play. Pettiford, a little bit too relaxed. We talk about Donaldson stepping up here as of late on both ends of the floor.
They'll go long to Gale. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Auburn up by 2. Gale gets a runway. Head and shoulder fake. Nearly lost it. Golden. The touch.
Really does a nice job backing his guy in bully ball. Look at the footwork.
Oh, but he lost the ball. Broom's body was there.
Put it in front of him on the up and under attempt.
Pettiford's got speed. High archer is short. And a savvy play there made by Cheney Johnson, unless he was out of bounds.
I think you're right, Bird. I think he was out of bounds.
The defense right there. Broom's big body just kind of bumped into the ball there. Golden, nice shot fake. Broom getting it done. Rebounding, scoring, facilitating. Playing pretty good defense against these Twin Towers.
Kaysen adds to the momentum of Michigan. Really has played well of late. Solid, confident, gets in the lane.
The second all-time meeting between these two schools. December of '93. Michigan beat Auburn 102-81. Pretty fake as he floats it in.
And he likes to post up there at the elbow there. They spread the floor one-on-one. Great footwork. Golden getting involved.
Every starter has scored now for Michigan. We're tied at 13. Pettiford lines it up.
This kid's so confident.
Rebounded by Kaysen.
Nice hustle.
Early offense. Rejected by Pettiford.
Almost came up with a 2-bird. Wow, was that magnificent. I thought Cheddar had a dump off if he wanted.
I thought he did too there, but great defense, great timing and anticipation. Pettiford, not just a pretty face. Able to get up there, make the spectacular block, and his production, his firepower, been clutch all season, making plays on offense, showing he can play some D as well.
I think he had 21 against Houston. Nobody gets 21 against Houston.
No
right?
one, no one.
So the McDonald's All-America stays in there. Wolf is back in for Michigan. Golden asking for it. Takes it around Cardwell, and he's fouled.
That's the entry's easy because of the 7-footer. And the post-up pretty good by another 7-footer.
First foul on Cardwell. We step aside with 11:54 to go in this first half. Michigan and Auburn battling it out. Back here in Atlanta during the timeout, Tracy with Auburn head coach Bruce Pearl.
Coach, your first look at the 2 7-footers on the court at the same time. How do you like how you've handled them so far?
I mean, I think so far so good. We're trying to put bodies on them, and if they're going to handle the ball out 15 feet from the basket, we want to keep them out there on the perimeter. We're switching them up a little bit. We just got to do a better job of taking care of the basketball.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
All right, Tracy, 11th year as the head coach at Auburn. Bruce Pearl. And this team has gone into uncharted territory with Pearl at the helm.
Jones got to take advantage here, Danny Wolf, somehow.
Johnson against Golden.
He steps.
Turnover.
Step on the end line?
I don't know if it was steps or sideline.
We are tied at 13. That's 4 turnovers now for the Tigers. Just 1 for Michigan. Out high, Wolf. The 7-footers on the perimeter right now. Wolf is working his way towards the basket. Donaldson against the freshman Pettiford.
He's good without the ball.
Donaldson, little bully ball for the former football star. Played quarterback and defensive back in high school at Florida State University High School.
I think he gave the too little sign there on that little back down.
But did he?
Yeah.
He was going to do a back screen.
Pettiford is fouled by Donaldson, so Pettiford gets some revenge going to the free throw line.
Donaldson's first, I believe.
Great patience here, backing down. The help didn't come, and Donaldson in the paint where he's effective. A little too small action right there. I like that. Don't like you coming down the other end and fouling a three-point shooter.
It didn't last long for him.
Didn't last long.
Pettiford shoots it at 80%. SEC all-freshman team. Auburn won the SEC regular season title. First time in school history that the #1 overall seed. They were a 1 seed back in 1999, lost to Ohio State in the Sweet 16.
The more you watch him, he can get to his spot on the floor. We know he can make threes. He's got a pull-up game. Tough kid.
They are the first team to ever earn the overall #1 seed after losing 3 of their final 4 games. That's how good their resume was. Wolf couldn't grab it. Johnson does. Pettiford, hard drive, finishes with the offhand.
And how about Johnson just taking Wolf out of the play? That little dribble drive.
16-15, Auburn. Burnett. It's denied by Johnson.
Big plays by Johnson.
Kelly way off on a 3.
That late contest bothered that shot.
Burnett flicks it to Jones. Can't hit the 3. Leak out. Pettiford's got real speed. It's cut off by Donaldson. Corner. Doesn't go for Kelly.
What a nice find, though, by Pettiford.
And now 2 for 10 from 3. Auburn getting looks, just not able to convert.
Wolf thought about it.
There he is. He had a couple of looks and didn't.
Got a 3.
He's tough out there. Once in a while, that step back.
Raph, he's seen the ball go through. He's gotten some points in the paint. Now step out, show that range, big fella.
7 points to lead Michigan. The Wolverines up by 2. We are past the midway point of this first half. So Jones playing alongside Pettiford. They can mix and match.
Nice ISO.
Johnson goes diagonals for Jones.
Tough match for Wolf.
Cross, fade, missed it.
What a rebound.
Oh, wow.
Over the top.
Kelly will drive it. Rejected by Golden. Jones, fancy dribbling, shovels, Golden loses it.
Should have been a jump ball, I thought.
J.D. Johnson, swing, corner, Kelly, bottom.
And they run to the three-point line with their shooters. And obviously Miles Kelly can get hot from deep.
Speeding Michigan up.
Auburn goes in front by 1.
Got to get some composure here.
Wolf slips inside for 2.
How about that? Nobody on that weak side, or the strong side, excuse me.
They cleared it out.
Yeah.
9 points on 4 of 7 from the field. Michigan in front by 1.
I would go at Wolf. He's tired right now.
Pettiford sizing up Burnett. Pettiford, step back Jay, doesn't go. Rebound grab by Jones for Michigan. Nice get into it early. Burnett can't hit the 3. Uncontested rebound for Cardwell. Pettiford head on a swivel.
Oh, what a hesitation.
That's flashy.
Lingerie on the deck. The little blow by.
Tahad Pettiford, attack mode. 21-20, Tigers.
He's exciting.
8th lead change. Golden powers in. Banker, no. Rebound grab by Kelly.
These guards do some job on the glass as well.
And a mismatch here.
They'll put a hand up.
They want to help him.
Pettiford shifting gears. Shows it.
Good D by Wolf.
Sure was.
Shot clock is down to 10. Jones one-on-one with Jones. Denver Jones can't hit the three. Long rebound, tipped outside. It would have been Auburn's ball. It looked like they had the angle, but Cardwell got a piece.
Little Jersey hesitation, and Pettiford got him on skates with the easy two. Wow.
During the timeout, Tracy with Wolverines head man Dusty May.
A lot of tired guys out there. Are you okay with the pace right now?
Absolutely. Both teams are playing probably too much one-on-one basketball. It's getting stuck on each side. We got to find some rhythm, and we got to find a way to convert some 3-on-2s and 4-on-3s.
Golden with just 2 points, though. How do you get him more involved?
They're doing a nice job of being physical with him. We've got to get him closer to the basket. Usually as the game settles in, we find him around the rim more.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Tracy.
All right, Tracy, Dusty May, one of 4 head coaches in the Sweet 16 in their first year with their new school. John Calipari, Mark Pope, Kevin Young, the others. All 3 did not make it to the Elite 8. So Dusty May is trying to buck the trend.
There's some tough matchups now. Up front, Michigan's got Cheddar who can make threes. Wolf who makes threes. So you can be able to dribble, drive, and maybe get a look deep.
Golden now on the bench. Wolf.
Tough matchup.
Takes it in! Big finish for Wolf attacking.
Cardwell just can't contain him. Tough match.
He's got 11 of Michigan's 22 points. Danny Wolf is putting on a show in the first half. Lob it inside. Room couldn't catch it. Good defense there by Cheddar.
Oh, absolutely.
Jones snakes in. And he's fouled.
Take your pick, but what an aggressive maneuver, too.
And Raph on that last play, Wolf right there, they set a screen. It looked like on that play, Jones set a screen on Cardwell and on his man. Wolf at 7 feet, great handles, great bounce, turning that corner, being aggressive. That's what I talked about. He's got to be a factor here in this game. 11 points early, 5 for 8 from the field, but I love his attack mode, putting pressure on the defense of Auburn.
Second foul on Baker Mazzara. Another free throw coming for the grad transfer Reuben Jones.
And the speed of the game is going to be tough on Wolf, too.
Chaney Johnson in. He replaces Dylan Cardwell. Jones shoots it at 74%. Michigan gets into its offense quickly. Their average time of possession, 16 seconds. That's 22nd in the nation.
Jones' addition as a starter has had a great impact.
Jones hangs. Wolf trying to grab it.
Let me jump ball, yeah.
Tie up. And possession arrow to Michigan. They're all pumped up over there on that Wolverine sideline.
Yeah, Raph, good defense there by Cheddar. Contesting, walling up, not fouling, causing that miss.
He's an emotional leader. You watch their practices, and they feed off him.
Yes.
Absolutely. That's 2 good defensive plays in a row by him.
Once again, this inverted screen and roll action. Wolf handling the ball.
In and out.
They got numbers if they want. 5 on 4.
Wolf is late to get up.
They don't take advantage.
Really a fast breaking team. They like to get into half court. Good pass.
That's him, though.
Out of
Great
bounds.
read.
Last touch by Chaney Johnson. Auburn's looked a little off its game. Get more sports coverage than ever before in the Bleacher Report app. Be sure to download the all-new Bleacher Report app today.
No press this trip.
24-21 Wolverines. 6 turnovers. This is an Auburn team that only averages 9.3. Golden couldn't save it to his team. Low pass, Jones handles it and takes it in for 2.
Broom does so many good things, though. Great look ahead, maybe a little low with the delivery.
7 points for Denver Jones.
Well, a lot of hand checking going on.
High screen, Golden. two players were there, Gale and Burnett. Burnett one-on-one with Kelly. Burnett step back Jay. He's got it.
And Rafi bailed him out. Not a great offensive set right there, but Burnett with that shimmy to a three, pretty effective.
27-23. There was a push. Gale will pick it up. Tom Izzo. All right, Steve Smith advanced too. Michigan State is in the Elite Eight, and they will await the winner of this Auburn-Michigan matchup. It was emotional for Coach Izzo after, I think it was emotional for Steve Smith during the entire game. He was on a roller coaster ride.
Yes, he was.
Nice pass.
Backdoor! Doesn't go. Michigan gets a piece defensively. It was Kelly who had a chance to put it in. Gale left alone, and he missed it. Rebounded by Janai Broom.
You're right. Michigan pushing the pace. They are looking to run, get down the floor.
He's pretty good in that middle game, too.
He is.
Great threat deep.
He had a great game in their second round, 26 points.
Lit it up from deep.
Broom comes up short. Normally a shot he makes. Gale up the floor. Donaldson.
Nice
And
block.
return to sender. Baker Mazzara.
But Broom is like a power forward center. Ooh, he got away with it.
Discard. Offensive foul.
Cheddar putting his neck in there.
That's three.
Sacrificing his body. Great contest and block without fouling. The length on defense, Baker Mazzara, and then Broom just drops that shoulder a la Charles Barkley.
Ooh, you think he's watching? I doubt it.
Yeah, who knows?
The turnover story is not following along the normal trends. Auburn having a tough time holding on to the ball. They've been one of the best in college basketball this season. Backdoor, and Michigan, who led the Big Ten in turnovers, had been limiting the turnovers, and now a giveaway.
Is there an announcer jinx with turnovers?
No,
Oh, okay.
I don't
just
believe
free
so.
throws.
I got to check the handbook. I don't think so.
One more bounce to set him up.
Yeah.
4:14 to play, first half. Fifth turnover of the night for Michigan. Pettiford has had an impact.
Foot's always on the pedal.
See if Baker
Same here.
Mazzara can get involved offensively.
Nice step through.
He's got a series of up fakes, and that
He
one
does.
works.
He is clever. Got the size to beat a smaller defender as well.
First two of the night for the native of Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic.
Nice
Step
denial
in
by
and
the-
steal.
Long arms.
Baker Mazzara. Oh! He goes behind the back, and it costs Auburn. Turnover. Lob it up. Too high, even for Golden at 7-1.
See, that's their philosophy. Speed you up. Make mistakes.
2-point game. Got a timeout.
Welcome back to Atlanta. Last Saturday, after Auburn clinched a spot in the Sweet 16, head coach Bruce Pearl spent some time during his press conference advocating for Edon Alexander, the last living American hostage remaining in Gaza. He then invited Edon's family to join his family at tonight's game. Here watching tonight is Edon's father, Adi, and his brother, Roy. Yesterday, they also got the chance to meet Roy's favorite player, Michigan big man, Danny Wolf.
And Tracy, anyone that knows Bruce Pearl knows how passionate he is, and you know within 5 seconds of meeting him that he brings that passion to everything that he does, and it spills over to his team. You feel it from year to year to year, each iteration of the Auburn Tigers.
He's an open book, really. A big heart, does so many things for charity in the local area. Did it at Tennessee.
Right now his team is down by 2 to Danny Wolf and the Michigan Wolverines.
They got to get back into normal action. They have not run the half-court flex at all. Cross screens.
Off the ricochet, Auburn retains it. Broom on a kick. Johnson, 10 to shoot.
Gale, a really good defender, too.
He digs in defensively. Johnson, the turnaround. Splash.
And good defense, as you said, by Gale. Better offense. But you're right, Auburn a little stagnant, not running their stuff. Almost a turnover there, entering the ball on that possession.
Tied at 27. Kaysen, he finds Gale underneath. And Gale maneuvers himself for the deuce.
I thought he should have just laid it up before he came down.
I agree.
Right?
But that's Gale's game.
Yeah.
Gale getting to the rim, being athletic. Great find by Casey.
They're switching all 4 spots.
Michigan up by 2, 2:38 remaining first half. Baker Mazzaro the flip. Doesn't get the roll. Tippin doesn't go for Broom. Broom trying to clean it up, and he's fouled.
Jason from the rear, maybe. They just, with their strength, push you under. Johnson does, Broom does.
Well, they're 8th in the nation in second chance opportunities, in large part because of that man right there, Broom. 4 offensive rebounds here thus far.
Coming up, AT&T at the half. First half analysis update on Purdue and Houston, plus the latest NCAA tournament news. That's all coming up on AT&T at the half. Broom actually comes from a football family. His brother John played football at Florida International. And the fact that he chose basketball was a little against the grain. His parents in attendance, John and Julie Broom.
2,500 points, 1,500 rebounds. I think Elvin Hayes, Elgin Baylor. How about those names?
These are legendary names.
Yeah.
29-28, Michigan leads it. Wolf, Broom backs off, steps through, couldn't massage it in, and Broom has got another board.
Should have found somebody. Nice
2 minutes.
look.
Oh, Johnson couldn't catch it. Pettiford with the vision. It was perfectly tossed.
This kid is such a great combo guard. Look at that angle. Feel, read, squeeze that apple.
A little bit of confusion there, transition defense. The bigs were pointing, not paying attention there. Almost 2 opportunity there.
And the most turnovers that Auburn has had in a first half this season, 9.
This is his game right here.
Gale lost it. Goes down to the deck to get it.
Timeout. They got timeout. Like jump ball. No, they gave him the timeout.
Oh, a jump ball.
Tie up. Yeah. Possession arrow, Auburn.
And good defense there by Kelly, giving up some size and strength, but active hands as Gale trying to back down the smaller defender. Auburn turning up the heat defensively.
So the Tigers can grab the lead. 1:44 to play in this first half. Pettiford fighting through. Gale lost him for a moment defensively.
Automatic switch again.
Gale gets screened. Kelly rises up and misses it. Kaysen couldn't grab it. Johnson does. Oh, that's a deep one for Jones, and it rims out. Golden's got the board.
Johnson's done a great job.
It's amazing offensive rebounds, how they look for their shooters off of the second chance opportunity.
Look at this pass.
Risky. Gale volleyball taps it over to Golden, who comes up short. Leak out. Kelly off to the races. Kelly loses control. Kaysen hits the deck, and he knocks it over to Jones. Turnover. Jones on the move. Golden inside. Golden is fouled.
Boy, pretty good strength. And then using that rim as well. Broom gets caught.
That's number 2 on Janai Broom.
Looked like Golden here kind of just went up into the arms of Broom. Broom trying to keep his hand straight up. So Golden initiated that contact. Very savvy on his part. Getting himself to the free throw line. Only 2 points thus far, as Tracy talked about in her interview. Golden's got to be a presence inside.
Shoots it at 73% of the free throw line. We're at 57.5 to play in this first half. Broom and Baker Mazzara each with 2 fouls. Cheddar in. Wolf to the bench.
And Bird, the speed of the game has taken Michigan a little bit out of it. We have not seen that 5-4 screen at all in this first half, which is so well known of.
Golden misses them both. Auburn not making threes. 3 of 16 from long range. Feed it to Broom, playing with those 2 fouls. Body bump with Golden. Turns. Tip and goes. Janai Broom is relentless.
And Ref, that's where they have to go. They have to go inside to Broom. They're not double teaming him. He can take his time and get what he wants.
He has a double-double already. 10 points, 11 boards in the first half.
Just a simple cross screen got up to the box.
3-second difference. Shot clock to game clock.
Little horn set.
We've had 5 ties, 10 lead changes. Donaldson needs help. Fake it. Golden, shot clock winding down. Baker, no. Kelly. Oops. Half court. And that is the end of the first half.
Wild. Absolutely wild. Who's going to get control?
We got more to come with Auburn in front, 30-29 at the break in Atlanta. Dusty May has done wonders with this program. Second half underway in Atlanta, the #1 overall seed. Auburn leads Michigan 30-29. Michigan only 2 points in the last 5.5 minutes of the first half. Burnett using the golden screen, continues on the drive. That was blocked at the rim. Broom bounces, and they lose it. And it's been that kind of night for the Auburn Tigers. That's 11 turnovers.
October 15th in my day.
First day of practice. Right? Oh, man. Bruce Pearl in disbelief right there. 2-on-1 opportunity, and sort of symbolic of the night here for both teams.
Wolverines were picked to finish 9th in the Big Ten preseason poll, so they completely exceeded expectations. Lost their last 3 games of the regular season by a combined 43 points, so that was not encouraging. And then they go out and win the Big Ten tournament, and here they are in the Sweet 16. Wolf against Broom. Step back, Jay.
Wow. Goodness.
Downtown hit for Teddy Wolf. Send it over to Tracy.
And I had a chance to speak with Dusty May coming out of the locker room. He doesn't feel they need to change much against Johni Broome. He said he's going to get his, but he does want to see Vlad establish himself more down low. Felt he was hanging out too high. He also wants him to defend the three-point line better, and he'd like to see his wings fly for rebounds.
Out of bounds after the miss by Baker Mazzara. Wolf on the sideline. That's 9 Michigan turnovers.
Yeah, Mazzara's got to do a better job. 1 for 6. Just
careless right there by Wolf. Wolf at times has turned the ball over.
Usually on a pass, though.
Yeah, not
right?
on the dribble.
Yeah. Mazzara's got to go to the rim a little bit, get a middle game going.
Baker, Mazzara, and Kelly have combined 2 of 13 from the field. Auburn is down by 2.
Nice
Bullet feed. Broome works in and finishes.
That's the second time they've screened and got up to the box.
That Dr. Tom Davis flexed to the post.
The mentor of Bruce Pearl. Wolf trying to force his way in. And it's knocked out of there by Cardwell after the miss. Auburn looking to regain the lead. Denver Jones hands it for Kelly. They've out-rebounded Michigan 31-18.
Broome really runs the show, Grant.
He does.
No, what he wants run, then why not? Feed his numbers.
They fake on a double. Burnett backs off. Broome works to a strong hand. Comes up short. And Burnett is there for the rebound.
They're out running Broome here.
Burnett end to end. He's fouled.
Took advantage.
And smart. Both Cardwell and Broome behind him. A 3-on-3 action there. Burnett just getting downhill. Easy opportunities when they come. Michigan must seize the day.
Amari Burnett was a McDonald's All-American out of Chicago. Now in his grad year, Dylan Cardwell picks up his 2nd foul. Averaging 9.5 points per game. Another free throw for Burnett.
And Burnett's really active on the offensive end, too. Very good cutter. Has to mix his game up a little bit more, I think. Settles maybe for that 3.
Michigan trailed Texas A&M by 10 points in the second half before winning that game going away. That was second-round action in Denver. This is the 5th tallest team in the country, according to Ken Pom.
Nice switch by Wolf.
Broome lines it up. Can't hit the 3.
Nice rebound.
Yeah, it's Cardwell. And they get a reload.
He was tempted, and he can knock him down out there, too.
Mazzara short on the floater.
Look at this speed.
Shot out of a cannon. Burnett takes it in.
Woohoo!
One-man fast break.
He pushed it ahead, too. Goodness.
8 points for Namari Burnett. 35-32, Michigan.
Some of that Crimson Tide coming out, huh?
Cardwell on a handoff. Denver Jones met by Wolf. Double team.
Nice
Jones
hands.
takes it away. Ahead. Wolf kick. And he tossed it to Broom. Auburn's running.
Put a string on it.
Jones. Kick and to go. The tip in goes for Broom.
And what a sequence right there.
Why don't you diagram that, baby?
Oh, man.
14 points. 13 rebounds for Janai Broom. Golden trying to get involved here. Cardwell anchors down. Golden had a tough time just holding on to the ball.
And
Turnover.
And Raph, you're not going to back down Cardwell. He's so big and strong. I think Golden has to use his quickness against him. Right there, that's playing to Cardwell's hands. You bring the ball down, great swipe at it. Turnover by Michigan.
Just 2 points for Vlad Golden. Cardwell sits. And now the turnover numbers have evened out. Tahad Pettiford in, Chaney Johnson as well for Auburn.
About to get really good minutes in the first half.
Broom missed it. Cleared by Golden.
Donaldson wisely looking ahead. Had some turnovers in that first half.
Donaldson off the rim, tip in Golden, and a foul is called on the rebound action. Michigan holding on to a 1-point lead. Auburn can't believe the call. We'll step aside.
Occasionally he's a screaming eagle.
And he went to Boston College, so he was a screaming eagle in college.
He was the mascot.
For a day.
He was the mascot.
Okay, you win. He filled in. Vlad Golden at the free throw line, 73%. That foul was called on Baker Mazzara, his third. Baker Mazzara remains in the game. Another free throw here for Golden. Grad transfer, success at Florida Atlantic with Dusty May. Went to the Final Four. Before that, he was at Texas Tech for a year, and he's given Michigan a 3-point lead.
Little 2-3 zone now. Get to the cracks, little ball screen it. Get between defend, nice look.
Broom, ball fake.
Pretty.
With the offhand.
Stuff.
Strength in there.
He doesn't have to elevate either.
No.
So wide and savvy.
16 points, 13 rebounds for the fifth-year senior, Janai Broom. 37-36 Michigan. There was a whistle as Golden ended up on the floor.
They got Broom, I think.
Right, that sweet spot against the zone, and Broom's great shot fake, and you said it best. A little bit like Zebo, like a Zach Randolph. Doesn't get lift, but uses those angles. And Golden rolling to the basket there.
They called it on Chaney Johnson on the initial contact.
And Johnson tried to tag him. He tagged him a little too hard.
And now Chris Moore comes in to replace Baker Mazzara. Lob it in for Wolf.
No ducking at all by Golden.
Donaldson screen from Wolf. Wolf's going to make his move.
Pretty.
Puts it in.
Great glass shots. Hey, Golden went to the other side to permit him to get to the rim.
16 now for Danny Wolf. Pettiford off the heel. Rebounded by Broom. Kelly, it's blocked by Burnett. Leak out Burnett.
Nice look.
Bounces. Gale. High off the window. +1.
Burnett. What a heck of a pass off the deck.
First of all, it started with great defense. That closeout. And you said it best. That bounce pass. The English high off the glass. And once again, Michigan, off defense to offense in transition. They have pushed the pace when the opportunity presents itself. And Roddy Gale Jr. with the three-point play opportunity.
The foul called on Chaney Johnson. That's 14 fouls against Auburn, 0 against Michigan in this second half. And this is the largest lead of the night, 6 for Michigan.
This is the guy you got to keep going to.
It's Janai Broom, the bucket and the harm.
He can take over a game. Physically imposing, savvy, great feel for the game. He's pulling the team together right here.
The ref, he went right at both 7-footers here. And he seeks the contact because he's so strong. That football background coming in handy. Showing off that strength. Flex, young man.
"19 points, 14 rebounds, 8 offensive boards for the SEC Player of the Year, Janai Broom. Michigan leads Auburn by 3. Donaldson forced to give it up.
Oh,
Wolf,
nice
step back. It's off the mark, rebounded by Kelly.
Nice step back to get the free look.
Pettiford with a pep in his step. Picked up by Gale. Broom was asking for it. Now he'll vacate that area. Kelly will replace him there.
Keep going to Broom. Ride him.
Jones.
Same thing, the cross.
Denial. Gale behind the back. It's out of bounds. Broom.
Gale right there. Great anticipation. A little cross screen action. Gale's man setting a screen on Broom. Great anticipation, getting into the passing lane, unable to get the ball inside.
That is 13 turnovers now. They came in 5th in the country in assist to turnover ratio.
So good going to the rim.
Gale, no. Wolf cleans it up.
And the drive drew the attention of another white shirt. Good cleanup.
18 points for Danny Wolf.
When they cleared aside, both bigs on the opposite side. You said it best. Broom came to help. Nobody on the glass on Wolf, taking advantage.
Make them commit.
Broom.
There you go.
Powers in. Missed it.
Numbers if they want.
Burnett. He's going to wait for Donaldson, and now they'll set up. Swing. Wolf.
Maybe on the bounce here.
Wolf crosses, spins. Oh, that's saucy!
A big fella.
A Wolf attack.
A little bit large. Oh, what footwork together.
20 points, and Michigan leads by 7.
There's that flex screen.
Swing it. Kelly looking for his range. Not there. And I got a foul called coming over to Raff's way, but you couldn't grab it.
Can't get down that low.
And Raff, he's 7 feet. I mean, 7 feet off the bounce, through the legs, crossover spin. Great touch, taking the challenge here. Didn't have an efficient game against Auburn last year when he was at Yale, but his team needs him. 20 points, 5 rebounds, and a well-deserved breather right now.
He and Burnett head to the bench. Burnett just picked up that foul. A little lazy on that pass, but Broom does secure it.
Oh, Gale really in the game.
Broom lost his footing. That's a travel.
And a nice little contact and release by Golden.
Like who?
Like, is Mahorn still there?
Yeah, he's going to get a 3rd mention. I can't believe I haven't gotten the text yet from Mahorn.
Oh, it's coming.
But that's a perfectly played defensive stance.
Absolutely.
And Auburn, this high-powered offensive attack, out of sorts.
No, they have been quelled.
This Michigan team's different. That
Week off before the Big Ten tournament.
Absolutely.
Something happened.
That thing squared away.
Michigan has outscored Auburn 17-9 in the second half. Cheddar is fouled.
And that was set up by Gale's screen to get Cheddar free. And a little bit of a fade to the sideline.
And it's Chaney Johnson picking up his 3rd.
The Wiley vet just pumps and draws the body.
Well, I was going to say, with Wolf out, where do you get the offense right now, Michigan? But like you said, a great set by Dusty May, that little flare screen.
Will Cheddar, Stewartsville, Minnesota. Lived in Beijing for 2 years when his dad, Garth, worked for IBM. From SpongeBob to Spock and Landman to Cartman. Whatever it is that you're into, find your movies, your shows, find your mountain of entertainment streaming on Paramount+.
And Raph, right now, it's been all room for Auburn. Someone else has got to step up. I think Pettiford, maybe high screen and roll action where he's capable of getting going, but
I like Broom on the box. Get him back screen to get it. Ooh.
Pettiford. Yes, sir!
You got it.
you can make that shot.
Pretty well-designed play, too. They were rolling the big.
48-42. First points this half for Auburn other than Broom just came for Pettiford. And the ball out of bounds.
Just a freshman, unafraid of the moment. His team needs help. Steps up. Deep range. Trae Young range.
Our tournament summary.
This is sad.
What happened here?
It's all over.
You've crossed out Grant Hill's name.
Got a great freshman.
Hey, Grant, sorry, it's over apparently for you. It's all over.
Only 59 points. Can we fact check that?
We're going to look into it. We'll get our best people on that. Pettiford circles. Jones lines it up, and he knocks it down.
And a nice job by Jones getting free. You like the little kick.
Well, I like Pettiford getting downhill, making something happen on the offensive end for the Tigers.
6-0 run. Auburn has cut it to 3.
Nice
Wolf
spin.
the spin. Wolf the lean. Doesn't get the roll.
Good help.
Baker Mazzara tips the ball to himself.
Well, with a little help from McGowan.
Pettiford has brought a lot of juice off the bench.
Got to take advantage here. Size disparity.
Broom with Cheddar. Broom turns and scores.
They should just jam it in there.
Auburn cuts it to 1. 21 points, 14 rebounds for Janai Broom. Donaldson, knock away. Baker Mazzara.
Donaldson.
Donaldson trying to get back to it, and Baker Mazzara is bringing the fire and passion.
How about this little relocate and find? Mazzara, one of those kids, though, a lightning rod. But this is what they got to do. Cross screen, get him to the box, get to that right shoulder, little kiss.
And especially if Michigan's not going to double team, you got to be careful with those shooters out there on the perimeter.
Correct.
Broom has one-on-one all day.
Auburn can regain the lead. 6 ties, 11 lead changes. Pull up, it rims in for Baker Mazzara.
No, on the floor.
It's not going to count. Auburn fans are going to get the memo here and not be happy about it.
I think Bruce agreed with it, though. He didn't really put up much of an argument.
I'll tell you, that was a timely timeout by Bruce Pearl. These guys have responded offensively, the defense and the energy from the Tigers.
The 2 bigs on the floor. They got, who are they going to call up, Mazzara?
Baker Mazzara goes down along with Reuben Jones.
It's on Jones.
I think so, too. I think he tried to blow it up.
Trying to fight through that screen.
So they'll clean up that area.
Baker Mazzara banged up from last week.
He was dealing with a hip issue.
It was a game yesterday, I thought. Little Gippy not as quick as we've noticed on tape.
I watched him in practice. He worked his way through it. It is Jones picking up the foul. That's number 2 on him. 5 team fouls on Michigan, 5 team fouls on Auburn. Wolverines still lead by 1. Cardwell back in there. Jones comes to the ball. Jones penetrates. He lays it in.
Now they're calling it outside, too.
And another foul on the floor.
These Auburn fans can't take it.
I think they're the right calls, though, don't you?
No, yeah, foul was early.
There it is.
Burnett fouled him. 1, 2, 3 steps.
Well,
Maybe at the next level.
Got to jump on that left.
This has been the biggest buildup in one possession, trying to get 2 points. 2 fouls called on the floor just before the shot went off. And now Jones steps in front. Kaysen, little tricky there, and Kaysen hangs. Can't get it to go. Wolf had it knocked away, and it's grabbed by Broom. Who else?
What competition, though. High level.
15 boards for Janai Broom. Neither team shooting it well in the second half.
There's a little screen, and he pops. Broom real easy.
Missed it. Cardwell taps it. Broom. Layup doesn't go. Cardwell another offensive board. Pettiford on the reload. He's special.
How about the kick out to set it up? Oh, boy, does he gather those puppies and drill it.
Tahad Pettiford sticks the jumper. Auburn regains the lead. Timeout.
Guys, in the tournament, you need your stars to be big, and Janai Broom has done just that. Finishing at the rim, on the offensive glass, making plays. They are finding him. He is delivering. Coming up big for Auburn here in the second half.
20 points, 15 rebounds in an NCAA tournament game. He joins Charles Barkley and Chuck Person as the other two to do it in an Auburn Tigers uniform.
Two great players there anyhow.
Out of the timeout, Wolf gives up his dribble. Shot clock at 14. What can we tell?
It'll be 5 seconds.
Couldn't get it to Golden, and they give it away on the 5-second call.
Collectively there, everyone denying.
Reinvigorated.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it goes back to the previous timeout. Bruce Pearl, making understanding his team was struggling, and they've come out with a great deal of energy and life, getting it done.
Pettiford, head and shoulder fake, body bump, and it's blocked by Golden. And the ball is out of bounds. Michigan could not control it with Wolf and Kaysen going for it.
Pretty scrappy group. They're going to match Auburn right now. Be feisty, get after these loose balls. They're great at defending inbounds and running their inbounds.
Dusty May makes changes as Kaysen and Burnett sit. Gale is back in with Donaldson. And it's going to be a foul.
When Broom takes the ball in, he ducks in the low post.
Send it over to Tracy after the foul was called on Reuben Jones. Tracy?
And one thing Dusty May told us yesterday was his team can't hang their head when Auburn makes a run. There was no head hanging in that huddle. Trey Donaldson got into the huddle, calmed everyone down. Dusty May added, it's a game of runs. They've made theirs. It's our time to make ours, but we have to find a way to neutralize the threes or it's going to be a long night.
And Tracy, that's 17 fouls against Michigan, so it sends Baker Mazzara to the free throw line where he shoots it at 88%. He's played at San Diego State, Duquesne, Northwest Florida State College. When we asked Bruce Pearl about his squad, he said, look, the makeup of our team, we got a bunch of mid-major guys, we got Division II transfers, and now they're playing at the highest level, and they're grateful for the opportunity. He feels that day to day from his squad.
He's done a great job over the years, played with a lot of small guards at time. Now they got the big fella Broom.
This is a 12-0 Auburn run. Wolf didn't take the three. Instead, he'll drive it. Gets it back with 10 to shoot. Hands it off for Jones. Shot clock at 5. Jones takes the alleyway and lays it in.
Great hesitation right there. Turned down the screen from Wolf. Got downhill. Beautiful finish on the interior.
And that cuts it to 1. Auburn 51. Michigan 50.
Going left here.
Baker Mazzara.
Wolf.
Do not go in there on Wolf. Let's take a look from our AT&T connected cam.
You just see Mazzara never gets back in position defensively, never turns him, gets the chest in front of him. Big time delivery.
Auburn has 17 seconds to work with here. Denver Jones couldn't turn the corner on Donaldson. Rescreen Broom, and Jones cans it.
And wrap the rescreen. Golden is in that drop coverage. Smart play there by Jones, coming off free for that open three.
Auburn leads at 54-50. Wolf. Lost it. Out of bounds.
Nice hands. Carwell, boy, look at the enthusiasm this kid possesses. And right here, as you mentioned, look at all this drop. Big time ringing the bell.
Cardwell, how about the big fella sliding his feet there? Great hands and the turnover off Wolf. Big guys stepping up on defense.
This is now a 15-2 extended run for the Tigers. The jumper is pure. Denver Jones, big time bucket.
47 from deep, you can see why.
Largest cushion of the night for Auburn. It's 7. Donaldson trying to make something happen. And that one's going to go over the backboard, out of bounds.
When they complement the bigs with the ability of the guards. How about this? Oh, the nylon from deep. Whew, impressive.
Our game summary, what a turnaround we've seen now in the second half from Auburn. They've locked in defensively, making it difficult for Michigan. They've controlled the glass. We know Wolves put up big numbers, Broome has, but now we've seen a flurry from Denver Jones.
We have, and we talked earlier, who's going to step up for Auburn and help Broome? And it's been Denver Jones, and doing it from deep. 3 timely threes, 1 catch and shoot in the corner, 2 off of pick and roll action. And Denver Jones, 4 of 7 from the three-point line, and just injecting some life into this offense, nursing this 7-point lead, Auburn.
You have to bail out the guards a little bit with that drop coverage you alluded to.
Again, the varied background. He was at Garden City Community College, then got to Florida International, and then Bruce Pearl thought this would be a perfect player to help run the offense.
Nice crossover.
And Jones takes it in for 2. It's takeover time for Denver Jones.
How about the handle? Different guys can bite you, can't they?
18 points, 11 in the second half. Auburn has extended the lead to 9. Golden gets inside. Foul was called before the drop step.
And obviously the foul was called early, but I like going to Golden here on this play.
Off the timeout, too. How about this cross?
Well, Golden came up this time on that screen and roll action, and great reaction by Jones getting downhill, and he's taking over here in the second half.
Second, make it 3rd foul now on Janai Broome.
And they're big on the ball. They make it hard to get it in.
And they go too deep. But tracked down by Jones. It's a 20-2 run for Auburn. 7 minutes to play. Donaldson, swing for Wolf.
Usually keeps the dribble alive. Got to go to work.
Golden. Left hand, the baby hook, and the foul.
Well, he does use both hands beautifully. That was deep.
That was a deep hook right there. I thought it was good defense. Broome had him out.
Pushed him up a little bit.
Like he might have got him low.
And that's 4 on Broome.
Golden needed that right there. Struggled a little bit. Didn't quite see the foul right there, but timely basket. And I love Dusty May going to his center, knowing he struggled, needing your best down the stretch, and Golden delivered on that play.
So they're going to look to buy some time here with Chaney Johnson. Broome exits with 21 points, 16 rebounds, and his 4th foul.
Chaney gave him some good minutes, really, first half.
Golden converts on the 3-point play.
It's going to be a perimeter game right now for Auburn.
You got to do pick and roll with Golden's man.
Auburn looking for its 3rd ever Elite 8.
There's that screen off the flex.
It was a post-up opportunity for Jones. He got away from the bigs.
This guy can get to his spot.
Pettiford.
A show.
Switched.
Pettiford drives in. The blow by.
Well, Golden said, I didn't sign up for this.
I'm not sure you can switch.
He made him a golden statue. 61-53 Auburn. We're going to hit the 6-minute mark.
Bully ball. Everybody's staying at home on shooter.
Golden leans in, missed it, tip in, doesn't go for Gale, and Golden is fouled.
Marvel, I think, with the body bump. How about this kid? Wow. The audacity.
You gonna switch on me?
And that is number 4 on Baker Mazzara. So Broom has 4, Baker Mazzara has 4. And Golden is going to the free throw line at the 5:59 mark.
They're going to check to see who the foul should be on. Mazzara pleading his case. They switch it.
I don't know if they changed it. I think they're sticking with it.
They stayed 10.
Patrick Adams went over and indicated it's on Baker Mazzara. Stream CBS Sports HQ, your free 24/7 snapshot of all the sports that matter to you. Catch highlights, in-depth analysis, breaking news anywhere you are. Download the CBS Sports app to watch today. Another one here for Vladislav Golden. 1 out of 2. Box out there by Cardwell. Auburn with possession and a 7-point lead.
Hey, you don't have to be in any hurry now. Just run their action. Slip by Cardwell.
Michigan State is waiting in the Elite Eight after their 3-point win over Ole Miss earlier tonight here in Atlanta.
They disdained the drop coverage, Grant.
Pettiford. Short. Rebound. Gale. He tried to knock it off of Kelly.
He's looking for help.
Out of bounds off of Michigan.
Looked like Gale was out of bounds when he tried to knock it off of Kelly. Right. Oh, I don't know about that. Wow.
So Auburn retains. 18 to shoot.
There's that back screen.
Let's cut.
Oh, nice duck in.
Into the hands of Pettiford. Now it's Jones splitting defenders. Pettiford has to go back and get it. Pettiford. Step back. Bullseye.
How about skates? Is there ice on the floor? He can really get to where he wants to go and deliver the knockout punch.
That could have easily have been a turnover. Instead, it's 3 on the board for Pettiford. And the Auburn Tigers trying to get to the finish line here in the Sweet 16. 64-54, Auburn in front. The first 2 slots in the Final 4 will be filled tomorrow on TBS. First, Texas Tech takes on Florida, 6:09 Eastern in the West Regional Final. That'll be followed by Alabama and Duke, 8:49 in the East Regional Final. It all starts with Nissan NCAA tip-off at 5 p.m. Eastern. When we talked to Bruce Pearl about Pettiford, he said, look, I recruited him to be a scoring guard. And what I figured out was that I got a lead guard who could run a team, handle pressure, close out games. They needed it. Golden misses it on a straightaway tray.
He can make those on occasion. 11 of them this year.
Pettiford and Jones have combined to score Auburn's last 13 points. Pettiford defended by Reuben Jones, and now a switch with Golden. Switch back. 10 to shoot.
Got a good handle, too.
Pettiford pirouettes. Oh, he's on a heater! Plus the foul!
Wow.
Jersey's contribution to the Plains. Lighten it up. We saw him dance, pirouette, a little nylon by the southpaw. Boy, this is talent, Grant.
Yeah, special. Talent, confidence, freshman. First it was Denver Jones giving him a lift, and now Pettiford, decision-making, scoring. Kid will be playing basketball for a long time.
It is stuck on automatic for the dynamic Tahad Pettiford. Extended run is now 28-6. And Michigan finds itself down by 13.
And they have toughened up their defense as well.
Golden curls, couldn't finish it, but a foul.
Well, I believe, riding him out.
And I like that they're better for Golden. Golden, instead of just trying to back down Cardwell, use your quickness, your speed. He kind of drove hard to that right there and drawing a foul, getting to the line. But of course, it's been the other end. unable to get stops while Broom's been on the bench, thanks to Pettiford and Jones.
Golden was one of 11 new players brought in by Dusty May when he got the head coaching job. His team was 8-24 last season, 3-17 in the Big Ten. They're 27-9. They went 14-6 in conference play. But they're in an 11-point hole against the #1 overall seed, Auburn.
First time run and jump with a trap.
You got a mismatch here. Got to do it again.
Knock away, Gale, out of bounds.
And it's tough, Raph, with the shooters out there on the floor with Miles Kelly and Denver Jones. You run off them, they can make you pay.
Johnson tosses in for Pettiford.
They're trying to get Broom in.
We're going to hit 4 minutes remaining. Pettiford crosses.
Look at him split.
Bounces. Cardwell can't finish. And Burnett elevates for the rebound.
Cardwell just plays. Loading up here defensively.
Wolf, body bump. Wolf works in. Johnson gets a piece and retrieved by Cardwell.
Just plays. You know, yesterday we were talking about, he knows all the plays. If somebody wasn't sure, directed him where to go.
67-56. Auburn in front. We're down to 3:22 remaining in regulation.
This kid is like in the schoolyard right now.
Pettiford, kick it. Johnson off the back of the iron, tracked down by Wolf. Gale on the move. Little contact, Gale can't get it to drop. Wolf got his hands on it, but it's claimed by Denver Jones.
Nice job, collective rebounding.
Auburn fans on their feet. Johnson to Cardwell, and stepping in front is Burnett. He knocks it out of bounds. Auburn fans, they can taste it. Auburn up double digits on Michigan, a spot in the Elite Eight at stake. Where were you 33 years ago?
There's the pass to Leitner. Puts it up.
The one and only Vern Lundquist with the call. Grant, have you ever seen that footage? That's the first time?
Yeah, where did you find that?
I don't know. We just have archives.
one play, and you get all this attention.
Every year we say, where were you?
And they keep it rolling here.
Auburn, they are cooking. Johnson adding to the Auburn lead. 69-56. Wolf for Donaldson. We're down to 2:24 remaining.
And they have stepped up their defense too. Look at this coverage. Block.
Johnson gets a piece of it, and it's knocked out of bounds going the other way.
And one thing Michigan has done here in the last 7-8 minutes on the offensive end, they haven't gone to Danny Wolf.
No.
Danny Wolf, who had carried him for most of the game, just has not been involved on the offensive end.
Hasn't been able to get by anybody now, though, when he does have it.
No field goals over the last 4:33. In the last 10 minutes, Auburn has outscored Michigan 30-8.
Some of it's fatigue, too.
Yeah.
Playing against these bigs, Broom leaning on you.
Pettiford keep it on the perimeter. Jones now feeds it. Kaysen got his hand on it, and Broom is fouled.
Yeah, with a good effort. Good, clean effort.
So Janai Broom will head to the free throw line. After all the games are over, Adam Lefkoe, Jay Wright, Candace Parker, Seth Davis, they've got all the highlights and analysis on Inside March Madness, presented by Buick, only on TBS.
He was ambling there when he came to the free throw line. Took a hit.
.21 points, 16 rebounds for Janai Broom.
And really just carried his team for most of this game, definitely the first half.
Plays with such poise.
He does. Great feel.
1 out of 2. (70-56) Auburn.
That's what he can do, Casey.
Foul is called.
Into that lane.
Yeah, it's going to be Denver Jones picking up the personal.
A big upside for Casey down the road, I think.
I agree. Had a good game there in the second round. 11 points. Great energy.
Dusty May mentioned that he could tell that guys started to trust him down the stretch of the season. He earned it. Growing pains like a lot of freshmen. .84% shooter. No matter what happens here, this was a big step for the Michigan program and what Dusty May is implementing.
Absolutely.
They're back.
They are.
32nd NCAA tournament for the Wolverines. National title, of course, back in 1989. 8 Final Fours. A lot of history.
And they will attract a lot of nice players, too, because of that. Nice balance by Johnson.
Johnson scoops it. Doesn't go. Rebounded by Cheddar. Gale will fire. No good. Rebounded by Kaysen. Cheddar flyby. Burnett puts it on the deck. He's cut off by 2 defenders. Shot clock is down to 10, down to 1:25 to play. The 3 ball doesn't go for Burnett.
Wow.
Gale got
Way up high. Climbing the ladder. Gale. Foul call.
As impressed as I think we all are on the offensive end, their defense.
Well, that possession, too.
Solid.
Obviously, Gale getting that offensive rebound, but the defense was spectacular. Multiple efforts. Everybody getting involved, and Gale off the vertical right there, like a young raft.
Do we have video of that?
You know, Ken? Or?
They didn't have video when I played.
Yes. 70-59 Auburn. Miles Kelly will check back in. Stone Mountain, Georgia native, replacing Shady Johnson out of Alabaster, Alabama. And the final minute 21 here in Atlanta.
Miles Kelly sort of a homecoming here.
He grew up 40 minutes from here and then attended Georgia Tech. Broom to Jones.
Look who's making the decision in the backcourt, Broom.
And they foul Pettiford.
I don't know where you're going to stop that kid.
So if you combine Jones, Broom, and Pettiford in the second half, they have scored 36 of Auburn's 40 points. This is a team that averages 83.8 per game. That's number 9 in the country.
If you were coaching, would you let this kid just go play?
You have to. You have to. You can't bottle him up. You got to let him fly. It's almost like putting a hummingbird in a Ziploc bag. You got to let him fly. And
is that something you did in Virginia?
Have you done that? Was that a class project at Duke?
A hummingbird.
But no,
that sounds cruel.
But Bruce Pearl has allowed him to play, bringing him off the bench, trusting him. He's been their closer. It was huge here tonight.
Grant, the ASPCA is on the line for you. I want to talk to you after the game.
And speaking of sharing it, how about Bruce sharing the duties with the coaches? Delineating the staff, someone up, and his son, obviously.
Burnett rising up for the jam. 72-62, 1 minute to play. Kelly will get it across. Gale takes a chop at it. And that's going to send Kelly to the free throw line. Both teams in the double bonus. Terrific run by the Michigan Wolverines, but it is going to come to a halt in the Sweet 16. Realization.
That'd be at your best, Bert. I mean, to play that. This is like early in the year, Auburn, that we saw.
We did, but give credit to Dusty May. We saw them 3 weeks ago in East Lansing against Michigan State, and they were blown out in that game. They were sputtering. They'd lost a few games. Talked about culture and getting back to who they were, and they've done it. And just came up against a #1 seed that found their rhythm here in the second half.
I'm just worried about that hummingbird. What we're going to do with it.
Wolf is fouled with 50.1. The Auburn resume, they had 16 quad one wins, the most in the country. Their fans showed up here 1 hour and 40 minutes away from Auburn, Alabama to Atlanta. And Janai Broom has hit the quota, his 5th foul, 22 points, 16 rebounds, 9 offensive boards, and getting a lot of love from the coaching staff.
And masterful prep.
Danny Wolf helped end Auburn's season a year ago in the NCAA tournament with Yale. It's going to be a different result here in 2025. A breakthrough season for the junior from Glencoe, Illinois. Missed them both. And a foul given with 48.8 on the clock.
There may have been Gale down underneath there. They're deep, too. When you talk about this team, we saw their defenses. Little nickel dimer here.
Oh, headband.
Is that a flagrant?
I don't know if they've locked in on the headbands. If you jar the headband loose, they're going to go to the monitor. They're not at that stage.
Looks like Jones took the headband off.
He did. He got rid of it. Celebration is starting. A whole lot of War Eagle here inside State Farm Arena.
And with this performance, maybe Charles will step up his donation.
You're calling for Charles to maybe go to the next level. Cason's jumper goes down. It's a 3. Fat Brooks is in the game for Michigan, a freshman from Grand Rapids. Johnson, the Baker Mazar for the flush.
Pretty good attack, great handle.
Cason keeps on firing. And it bounces off the shot clock, out of bounds. 29 seconds left.
I mean, Golden, a little well-deserved round of applause.
And that's it for Vlad Golden. Gets a hug from Dusty May. They've been through a whole lot together. 10 points, 9 rebounds in his final collegiate game.
I think they found the keeper, though, on the bench at Michigan.
Pettiford urging the crowd to get loud.
This kid's easy to like, not only the basketball, but the charm. He's got your moves.
Exudes a lot of joy.
He does. You got those dance moves?
Me or I?
Well, I know Bird does it.
And that is it. Auburn is elite once again. The #1 overall seed advances to its 3rd Elite 8 in school history. They knock off Michigan 78-65. A huge second half from the Tigers and Bruce Pearl's team. The march continues.